GG! So, this is our next topic. These are the pipes in series and parallel. So, in real world naman kasi, so there are certain times na need nating split yung ating pipe tulad ng nangyari dito. Okay? Sa pangalawang figure. So, this one is an example of your pipes in parallel. Diba? Naka-parallel. And this one ang tawag dyan is your pipe in series. So, kapag pipe in series ang ginagawa natin, we are stacking pipe on top of another. Diba? Sunod-sunod. And sa mga pipes na to, okay, compared dun sa in parallel, meron tayong magkaibang way ng pag-analyze and general consideration. So, kapag yung pipes natin ay in series, okay, in series, ang dapat mong mapansin dyan is, sa pipe 1 ba, sa pipe 2 and pipe 3, magkakaiba ba yung head loss? Or magkakaiba ba ang head loss? And also, magkakaiba ba yung discharge? Okay? So, una mong pansinin is yung discharge. Para sa mga pipes na in series, ang discharge dyan, okay, Q, the discharge Q in pipe 1, sabihin na natin Q1, is equal sa discharge sa point 2 and equal sa discharge sa point 3. Diba? Ito ay yung basic application ng continuity equation natin. Alam natin na kahit magkakaiba ang size niyan, yung discharge dyan, pare-parehas. How about head loss? Okay? Kapag ang pipe mo ay in series, ang head loss dyan, magkakaiba. Okay? So, consider mo yung pipe 1 and pipe 3. Siyempre, sa dalawang pipe na to, magkakaiba yung energies. So, kung magkakaiba yung energies nila, somehow, we can say na dahil yon sa head loss. And that head loss sa pipe 1 must be equal sa head loss sa pipe 2 and iba din sa head loss sa pipe 3. So, based on this EGL or energy grid line, makikita mo yung head loss sa pipe 1 or yung energy sa pipe 1 papuntang pipe 2 magkaiba. Dahil yon sa head loss sa pipe na to, sa pipe 1. So, yung energy sa entrance ni pipe 2 and dun sa dulo, magkaiba din dahil naman yan sa head loss sa pipe 2 and ganun din sa pipe 3. So, kung total head loss yung kukunin mo, diba? So, gusto mong makuha yung total head loss from pipe 1 papuntang pipe 3. So, the head loss total is equal to the head loss sa pipe 1 plus head loss sa pipe 2 plus the head loss sa pipe 3. So, kapag yung pipe mo ay in series, kailangan mong maalala yung general assumption na to. Okay? This general consideration. For pipe in series, the discharge for all pipes is equal. However, the total head loss is equal to the summation of the head loss for each pipes connected. Okay? So, opposite naman ngayon yan sa pipes in parallel. Okay? So, parallel pipes. Parallel. So, kapag parallel, pwede mong i-consider ngayon yung point A and point B. Wherein si point A, siya yung junction. When we say junction, ito yung part kung saan nagko-connect yung mga pipes natin. So, ito yung junction A natin and yung kabilang dulo, yung junction B. So, based on the continuity equation, masasabi natin na yung discharge sa point A is equal to the discharge at point B. Pero, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na yung discharge at point A equal pa rin sa discharge at the pipe 1. Yun nandito sa taas, ito. And dito sa gitna, and nandito sa baba. So, hindi na natin masasabing ganon. Okay? Kasi nga nag-split na yung liquid natin. However, yung sa point A and sa point B, we can say na equal pa rin yung discharges sa dalawang point na yan. Sa dalawang point na to, equal pa rin. So, with that consideration, ano ang masasabi nating relationship between sa Q1, Q2, and Q3, yung discharge sa 3 pipes, and sa discharge doon sa ating main pipe? Okay, marahil napansin mo na yung total discharge or yung discharge natin sa point A, the total discharge, equal siya sa discharge sa point 1, sa point 2, and point 3 combined. Okay? The discharges in these 3 pipes, pag pinagsama mo yan, equal yan sa discharge sa point A, and equal rin yan sa discharge sa point B. Okay? So, from point A, nahati yung fluids, nag-split, and then magko-connect pabalik sa B. The discharges from A and B is equal, and then equal din sila doon sa sum ng tatlong pipes. Okay? Discharge ng tatlong pipes. Sa head loss naman, opposite naman siya noong sa ating pipes in series. So, for these 3 pipes, okay, i-consider natin ngayon yung energy. And yung head loss or yung change in energy. So, from point A to point B, okay, isa lang po dyan yung magiging head loss mo. So, di ba kapag ikaw ay nag-energy equation, so energy sa point A is equal to the energy at point B, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na yung head loss sa 1, dadagdagan pa natin ng head loss sa 2, and dadagdag pa natin yung head loss sa 3. Okay? So, it doesn't work like that. Ang mas maganda or yung okay na assumption dito is that the head loss between these 3 pipes is equal. Kumbaga, from A to B kasi, isa lang naman yung mag-occur na head loss dyan. Isa lang. Okay? And alam naman natin na yung head loss related yun sa friction, and that friction will multiply depende kung gaano kahaba yung pipe natin. And that head loss is also related to discharge. So, isipin mo, saan naka-anchor sa head loss? Sa discharge, sa area, sa length. Okay? For these 3 pipes, pare-parehas na yung length. Kasi nga, in parallel sila. The area, somehow magkaiba yan. The discharge, syempre dahil magkaiba yung area, magkaiba si discharge. So, si discharge na lang kasi related naman sila ni area. So, knowing na itong discharge sa A ay equal sa discharge sa B, and itong 1, 2, 3 is equal, or magkakaiba ang discharge, pero pag pinagsama equal kay A, we can say na magkakaiba nga yung discharge sa 1, sa 2, and sa 3. So, because of that differences in discharge, ang nangyayari po kasi ay ganito. Okay, ito yung gusto natin maging takeaway dyan. So, despite these 3 pipes, okay, na magkakaiba na yung velocity nila, magkakaiba ang velocity niyan kasi syempre magkakaiba ng discharges. Okay, magkakaiba ng discharges, magkakaiba ng area. Because eventually, ko-connect sila doon sa point B, ang mangyayari po dyan, mag-adjust yung mga discharges nila, yung flow rates nila, so that eventually, the head losses, okay, yung head loss mo sa point 1 ay magiging equal sa head loss sa point 2 and magiging equal sa head loss sa point 3. Okay? So, even though magkakaiba sila ng velocity or ng discharges, Because at the end of the day, magkoconnect sila sa iisang junctions sa A and sa B. Wherein sa A and B, yung head loss lang naman doon ay isang beses mag-u-occur. Yung mga fluids natin, sila na yung gagawa ng paraan para mag-adjust yung velocities and eventually, maging yung head loss nila, pare-parehas na rin. So, ang takeaway mo dito, kapag series, the discharge are equal, head loss from starting point papuntang end point is the summation of head losses. Kapag parallel naman, the discharge from A to B is equal. However, yung nasa pipe sa loob, not necessarily equal. And kapag pinagsama mo yon, equal yon sa discharge sa B. And lastly, yung head loss naman, okay, yun naman yung magiging equal. So, parang baliktad lang yung series and yung pipes in parallel. Okay? So, diniscuss lang natin ngayon yung concepts and we will be continuing with the problems tomorrow. So, ito yan. So, ayan. So, tomorrow na natin solve itong mga problems na to. So, pwede nyo i-solve in advance para magkaroon kayo ng idea. And that will actually help you para mas magets or mas ma-absorb ng agad-agad na mas mabilis yung topic natin. Okay? Ayan. So, ito na yung mga problems natin. So, let's go. Dito na sa ating first item. We have these two pipes, each 300 meters long and is connected in series. The flow of water through the pipe is 150 liters per second with a total frictional loss of 15 meters. If one pipe has a diameter of 300 millimeters, what is the diameter of the other pipe? So, neglect na natin yung minor losses and assume natin that the friction factor is 0.02 for both pipes. So, for this one, we have to note na ang binanggit niya din ang ating pipe is connected in series. Okay? So, let's say this is your pipe 1 and then yung pipe 2 nandito, karugtong. And so, pipe 1, pipe 2. So, for this one, ang kailangan naman or kailangan mo lang namang maalala is ano ba yung characteristics ng ating pipes kapag siya ay in series. Particularly, the fluids or the energies of the fluids inside. So, unang-una, kapag series, ang discharges natin or discharge, okay, for both pipes has to be equal. However, the head loss, okay, the head loss are not the same. Pero one thing to note, the head loss or the total head loss from pipe 1 to the end, sa dulo ni pipe 2, the total head loss, yan ay equal sa head loss doon sa pipe 1 and sa head loss doon sa pipe 2. Ayan. So, the total head loss is equal to the individual head losses doon sa ating pipes. So, given sa atin na yung total head loss or total frictional loss is 15 meters. And, given din yung diameter ng isang pipe, yung pipe 1. Ang tinatanong, ano daw yung diameter ng isa pang pipe? Okay? So, kunin natin. The total frictional loss is 15. Okay? Ito na yung total head loss natin. So, equal siya sa head loss 1. So, yung isang pipe natin. Since we will be using Darcy-Weisbach, the head loss formula is 0.0826 FLQ squared over D raised to 5. So, ilagay natin dito, 0.0826 F is 0.02. Okay, headless 1 lang tayo ha. Headless 1, yung unang pipe. And the length of that pipe is 300 meters. And the discharge is 150 liters. Gawin mong cubic meter. Okay, squared over diameter is 300 mm. So, 0.3 raised to 5. And add natin yan sa head loss doon sa pangalawa. Okay, the same formula except that unknown yung kanyang diameter. Okay? Same siya ng length. Okay? Each is 300 meters. So, malamang same din ang discharge. Equal discharge, same din ang friction factor. Okay? So, substitute natin. 0.0826. Friction factor is 0.02. The length is 300 meters. Q is ganun din. Diameter is unknown. So, solving for the diameter, so this one is equal to 15 minus 0.0826. 2 times 300. So diameter is 0.2546 meters or 254.66 millimeters. Okay, that is your final answer. So for number 2, so we have a pipe network consists of a pipeline 1 from A to B, then at B, it is connected to pipelines 2 and 3, where it merges again as joint C to form a single pipeline 4 up to point D. Pipelines 1, 2, and 4 are in series connection, whereas pipelines 2 and 3 are parallel to each other. If the rate of flow from A to B is 10 liters per second, and assuming F is equal to 0.02 for all pipes, determine the flow in each pipe and the total head lost from A to D. So below, nandito yung mga data that are necessary para ma-solve ang problem na to. So to start, try natin i-illustrate kung ano yung nangyayari. So we have a pipeline. Okay? Let's say this is your pipeline from point A to point B. So pipeline from point A to point B. And sabi, okay, it is at point B, it is connected to pipelines 2 and 3. So yung nasa A to B, yun yung pipeline 1 natin or pipe 1. And then from B, connect tayo, okay, ng dalawa. So nag-branch siya. Yan. Nag-branch and then nag-merge din sa joint C. So i-merge natin. After mag-branch, i-merge. Okay? Dito siya nag-merge sa joint C. Let's call this joint C. And then yung pipeline sa taas, let's call this pipe number 2. And yung nasa baba, pipe number 3. And lastly, pagdating sa joint C, magpo-form na lang siya ng isang single pipe. Yan. From C, isang single pipe hanggang makarating sa joint D. Itong huling pipe, that is, we can call that pipeline 4 according to the problem. So each pipe, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, nandito yung mga given data. Yan, ito. Yan. So, ang gustong ipahanap sa atin, okay, assuming na the rate of flow from A to B is 10 liters per second and the friction factor is 0.02, ano yung discharge, okay, the rate of flow in each pipe, and then yung total head loss. Okay? So, isolve natin. Unahin natin yung discharge. So, before we start, identify muna natin yung mga major consideration and assumption na dapat alam natin before we solve. So, knowing that the pipe 2 and 3 is in parallel as stated, diba, itong pipelines 2 and 3, we can say that the head loss, okay, kapag parallel, the head loss at point 2 is equal to the head loss at point 3. Yan yung sabi sa atin, di ba? Kapag parallel. And also, yung discharge sa pipeline 1, wherein nandoon nang galing yung ating fluids sa pipelines 2 and 3. Di ba? So, galing dito kay pipeline, magpo-flow, and then magwa-branch, mahahati yung discharge. So, yung discharge ng tubig sa pipe 1 equal siya sa sum ng discharges sa pipe 2 and pipe 3. Okay? So, these are the major assumptions kapag ang ating pipe ay nasa parallel. Parallel, yes. And, other than that, nabanggit din na yung pipes 1, 2, and 3 are in series. Okay? Or pipes 1, 2, and 4. So, with that, we can say then na yung 1, 3, and 4 in series din yan. Kasi parallel tong 2 and 3. Pero hindi yun ang gusto nating makuhang assumption. Ang gusto nating makita dyan or gusto nating malaman, ma-recognize, is that the discharge at point 1 or pipeline 1 equal siya sa discharge at pipe 4. Okay? Hindi siya equal sa discharge sa pipe 2 ha, kasi nabanggit na natin na nahati nga siya because the pipe at this point are parallel. So, yung equal ang discharge is yung pipe 1. So, mahahati, tas babalik. Okay? So, pagdating sa point 4 or pipeline 4, magiging equal sila. So, that is the assumption with regarding sa discharge. Ano naman sa head loss? Okay? Since these three pipes, 1, 2, 4, or 1, 3, and 4 are in series, okay, meaning the total head loss or yung head loss from point A to point D, from A to D, yung total head loss, or let's call that head loss total, equal yan sa head loss sa pipe 1 plus sa head loss sa point 2 or point 3, di ba? Kasi equal naman yung head loss sa point 2 at sa point 3. So, kahit saan lang sa dalawa ang kunin mo. Parehas naman sila ng value. And, lastly, yung head loss sa pipe 4. Sum yan, equal yan sa total head loss. Okay? So, these are the assumptions that we have to understand. So, with that, recognize na din natin na yung ating discharge is 10 liters. So, kung naka-meter siyan, divide lang natin sa 1,000 based on their conversion from cubic meter to liter. And then, yung ating friction factor is 0.02. Knowing na ito ay F, alam mo na ang gagamitin dyan for head loss is the Darcy wasteback. So with that being said, let's solve na agad sa mga flows or discharge in each pipelines. So unahin natin yung discharge sa pipeline 4. Okay? Bakit? Kasi alam na natin yung discharge sa pipe 1. Sabi dyan? Saan ba? Okay? The rate of flow from A to B. So, saan ba yung A to B? Diba? Ito yan. A to B. Yung pipe 1. So, yung discharge sa pipe 1 is equal to 0.01 cubic meter per second Okay? And nakita natin na siya ay equal sa discharge sa pipeline 4. So we can see as well that the discharge at pipe 4 is also 0.01 cubic meter per second or 10 liters per second. So may isa na agad. Okay? May isa na. So next naman natin, try na hanapin yung mga discharge sa point 2 and sa point 3. So, paano natin isosolve yun? Well, pwede mong makuha yon because we know that the discharge from point 2 and point 3, pag pinagsama natin, equal siya sa 0.01. Yung discharge ni pipe 1. And, kukunin natin yan lahat, itong dalawang to, by solving first yung kanilang head loss. Okay? Kasi yung head loss naman sa 2 and 3, equal. So, interrelated yan. So, ito-try natin kunin muna si head loss. Or pwede mo munang i-try kunin si discharge. But of course, di ba? Hindi pa natin kayang kunin sa ngayon. Kasi wala nga namang value. So, kay head loss muna tayo. Dahil may mga data tayo dyan. So, try natin yung head loss sa point 2. Head loss sa point 2 or pipeline 2. Using the formula 0.0826 FLQ squared over d raised to 5, substitute natin yung values that are known. F is equal to 0.02, yes, for all pipes. And the length of pipeline 2, 2,200, diameter is 300 mm. So, the length is 2,200 meters. Q is unknown. Lagay natin Q sub 2 squared. Over sa diameter na 0.3. 0.3 raised to 5. Ayan. So, for now, isimplify muna natin to by solving for the quantity nitong mga numerical. So, itira na lang natin yung Q. Okay? So, we can definitely solve for the equivalent value of these numbers right here. Ito. Yan. Kaya naman natin i-solve yan using our calculator. So, 0.0826 times 0.02 times 2,200 over 0.3 raised to 5. 1495.64 Q sub 2 squared. Okay? So, itong lahat na nandito, ginawa na natin ito. 1495.64. Mas maigi store mo yan para gamitin natin mamaya. So, let's do the same for head loss number 3 or sa head loss ng pipeline 3. Okay, diretso na natin. 0.0826. F is 0.02. Check natin yung length and diameter based on the provided data. So, yung length ni pipeline 3 is 3,200 and 200 diameter in mm. So, 3,200 meters Q sub 3 squared over 0.2 raised to 5. Ayan, tama. So, ganun ulit. Kunin natin yung equivalent value nung mga numbers na to. 2,200 divided by 0.2 raised to 5. So, this is equal to 16,520 Q sub 3 squared. So, this is the head loss 3. Okay? So, why is this necessary? Well, ang dahilan yan is para makuha natin kung ano ba yung relationship between the discharge 2 and discharge 3, knowing that the head loss or head losses at pipeline 2 is equivalent to the head loss at the pipeline 3. So, pwede natin kunin ang relationship sa dalawang discharge na yan. So, lagay natin 1495.64 Q sub 2 squared equal siya kay 16,520 Q sub 3 squared. So, i-isolate natin. Ikaw ang bahala kung sino ang gusto mong i-isolate. So, for this example, isolate natin si Q sub 3. Okay? So, Q sub 3 squared is equal to 1495.64 Q sub 2 squared. So, ang gagawin natin, i-divide natin yung both equation by 16,520. So, para yung nasa left, makancel. So, magiging over 16,520. Simplify natin. So, 1495 divided by 6,000. So, this one is equal to 0.09053 Q squared. Okay, and then kapag nakuha mo na to, what you have to do is to further simplify yung ating nakuhang relationship by making sure na walang naka-square dyan. So, ang gagawin natin is we will take the square root of both this number and yung Q sub 3. Okay, so pag in-square root natin yung both side, matatanggal yung square doon. So, Q sub 3. So, we can do that, ha? That is actually allowed by the rules of algebra. So, basta ginawa mo yon sa both sides of equation, pwede kang mag-take ng square root. So, yung square root nung 0.9053, so that is 0.30089 equal yan, okay, times Q sub 2 equal yan kay Q sub 3. So, here, may relationship na tayo between discharge sa pipeline 3 and the discharge at pipeline 2. So, anong relevance niyan? Pwede natin yung gamitin saan? Dito. Here. So, lagay natin, ha? So, yung discharge sa pipe 1 is equal to the discharge at pipe 2 plus discharge at the pipe 3. Yung discharge sa pipeline 1, alam natin na yun ay 0.1. Tama? And the discharge sa pipe 2, hindi. Pero sa discharge ng pipeline 3, alam natin na siya ay equal to this value. So, ilalagay mo yan. 0.30089 Q sub 2. And napansin mo, di ba? Si Q sub 2 na lang yung unknown, kaya pwede mo yang makuha. So, si Q sub 2. So, Q sub 2 is equal to, yan, lagawin natin, 1 plus. Wait lang. 0.01 rather. 0.01. So this one will be equal to 7.687 times 10 raised to negative t cubic meters per second. Or kung gusto mo ng naka-liters, syempre pwede yun. Okay, depende sa pinapahanap. Multiply natin sa 1,000. Yan ay magiging 7.687 liters per second. So, these are your final answer. Yan ay para lamang sa discharge 2. So, nakuha na natin yung sagot or the discharge sa pipeline 4. Meron na din sa discharge sa pipeline 2. Kaya mo na din kunin yung discharge sa pipeline 3. Diba? So, yung Q3. So, Q3, diretso natin, ha? Q3 is equal to 0.30089 Q sub 2. So, equal yan sa 2.31295 7 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meters per second. Siyempre, naka-liters ang gusto natin. Times 1,000. 2.31296 liters per second. And that is your answer for the discharge at the pipeline tree. So, may sagot na tayong lahat sa mga discharge, di ba? Q3, Q2, Q1, and Q4. Now, ang kasunod, what is the total head loss from A to B? So, alam mo na yun kung paano solve. So, the total head loss total is equal to the head loss from A to B or head loss ng pipe 1, head loss ng pipe 2, and yung head loss sa pipe 3. So, using the formulas na meron tayo, so head loss sa point 1, kunin na natin isa-isa. 0.0826 F 0.02. Ang length ni point 1 ay 3,000, diba? 3,000. And then the diameter is 200. 3,200. And then 200 mm, so 0.2. And then the discharge is 0.01 squared. So kunin na natin 0.0826, 0.02, 3,000, 0.1 squared, 0.01 squared over 0.2 raised to 5. So 1.54875. Okay, next naman, head loss sa point 2. So pwedeng head loss sa point 2, pwedeng head loss sa point 3. Okay, palitan ko to. Hindi pala to point 3. This is point 4. Yan. So pwedeng head loss sa point 2, pwedeng head loss sa point 3. Equal naman yon. So, head loss sa point 2 or sa point 3, head loss sa point 2 na lang, 0.0826, 0.02, times the length ng pipe 2, ito na yun, nakuha na natin kanina, 2,200, and then the diameter is 0.3 raised to 5, and then yung Q niya ay nakuha mo na din, 7.687. 7.687 times 10 raised to negative 3 squared. So the head loss is wait lang, 0826 times 0.02 times 2,200 over 0.088378 meters. Okay, ito naman ang head loss sa point 2 or pipeline 2. Last, punta tayo sa head loss sa point 4. Head loss 2. Head loss sa point 4 is equal to 0.0826 F. Length is, kalimutan natin, 2,800. Diameter is 400 mm. 2,800. 2,800. Discharge is the same at point 1 or pipe 1, so 0.01 squared over 0.4 raised to 5. So head loss sa point 4, 0.02 times 2,800 times 0.01 squared over 0.4 raised to 5. So 0.04517. Ayan. So pwede mo nang ipag-total yung head losses natin, yung tatlong to. So the total head loss from A to D, okay, from A to D is equal to yung sa 1, 1.55 plus 0.088 plus 0.045. This is equal to 1.68 meters. Okay, and yun na yung final answer. So, pag ganito, sa series and parallel problems, so you have to first identify talaga yung mga assumptions. Okay? Ano ba yung mga equal head losses? Ano ba yung mga discharges or discharge na equal? Ano yung mga head loss or discharge na pag pinag-add, ito yung magiging value. So, yung mga nakuha mo kasi, itong ginawa natin, yung apat na to, as you can see, nagamit natin lahat yan. So, you have first to identify that. So, usually naman, madali naman yung hanapin sa problem. Okay? Tulad dito, halos binanggit naman na lahat. So, you have to write it down na lang para hindi mo makalimutan. And from these equations, yan, nabuo natin yung mga relationships between the variables and then apply yung mga formulas na alam natin related sa head loss. So, ayan, makukuha din natin yung mga pinapahanap. Okay? So, that's it. Okay, so let's go with this next item. So, meron tayong pipe system connecting to reservoirs whose difference in water surface elevation is 13 meters. Consists of 320 meters of 600 mm diameter pipe, which is yun yung pipe 1. And it will branch into 640 meters of 300 millimeters diameter pipe, which is chassis pipe 2. And then yung pipe 3 naman ay 640 meters of 450 mm na pipe. So yung pipe 1, okay, and yung pipe 2 nasa series. And then since mag-branch siya into pipe 2 and pipe 3, yung dalawang pipe na yon, 2 and 3, sila naman ay nakaparallel. And then later on, mag-join siya sa panghuling pipe. This is pipe 4, I believe. Pipe 4, which is 600 mm diameter line, which is 2,300 meters long. So, pipe 4 na yan. Assuming F is 0.032 for all pipes, determine the flow rate in each pipe. So, yung problem na to, parang similar to sa previous problem. So, how? Okay, know natin yan or malalaman natin by first drawing. Okay, illustrating the problem. So, lagay natin yung meron tayong reservoir. Okay, this is your reservoir A, let's say. And then, sa baba niya or downstream, okay, ito naman si reservoir B. And nabanggit dyan na yung elevation ng surface ng liquid, the difference in elevation is 13 meters. So, from pipe or from reservoir A, merong pipe 1. Okay? And then, magbabranch siya into 2 pipes. Yan. And then later on, magko-connect sa isang pipe bago siya makarating sa reservoir B. So, let's say itong nauna, ito yung pipe 1. This is your pipe 2. This is pipe 3. And last, that is your pipe 4. Kompleto naman na halos yung mga data dyan kasi, okay, meron tayong friction factor, may diameters, and may lengths naman na given. So, with that known to us and knowing na nailagay naman na natin na parallel yung 2 and 3, then the rest is in series. So, parang kamukha nga to ng previous problem. So, with that in mind, let's check or let's determine the assumption or general consideration for this problem. So, with pipes 2 and 3 in parallel, alam natin na yung head loss sa point 2 equal sa head loss sa point 3. Okay? And with that being said, we can say na yung discharge sa point 1 is equal to the sum of the discharge from pipeline 3 and pipeline 2. Okay? Diba? Mahahati yung liquid dyan. Tapos babalik doon. And also, because of that, the discharge on pipe 1 equal naman siya sa discharge sa pipeline 4. And lastly, the head loss or the total head loss mula dun sa reservoir A papuntang reservoir B is the sum of the individual head losses from 1, 2, and 4 or 1, 3, and 4. Diba? So, yung head loss from A to B, yung total, ito na yung head loss sa lahat ng pipe in series na madadaanan niya. So, that is the head loss at pipe 1 plus head loss at pipe 2 or pipe 3, equal naman yun, and head loss sa pipe 4. So, here, ito na yung mga bagay na i-consider natin as we solve this problem. So, continuing, alam natin or kaya mong isolve agad-agad yung head loss or yung total head loss. Bakit? Kasi alam natin na meron dalawang reservoir and given yung difference in elevation between those two. Okay? So, by using the energy theorem, wherein the energy at pipe A is equal to the energy at pipe B, kung walang head loss, pero dahil may head loss yan, alam natin na before tayo makarating sa pipe B, mabawasan natin ang total. Okay? Yung total head loss. So, lahat ng head loss from A to B. Kaya nang kunin. Diba? Kasi reservoir to, the pressure head, diba? 0. The velocity, 0. So, elevation head na lang. And by setting the reference at point A, so let's say ito yung elevation 0 natin, so therefore we can say the energy at point A is 0 kasi 0 lahat. The pressure, the velocity, and yung elevation head. So bawasan natin yan ng head loss total, equal naman siya sa elevation head ni B, which is negative 13 kasi nasa baba siya. Okay? So, reservoir din to, wala din yung pressure, wala din yung velocity. So, we can say na yung total head loss is equal to 13 meters. So, meron na agad tayong total head loss. Okay? So, with that, we can continue by solving naman for head loss sa 1, sa 2, or 3, and yung head loss sa pipe 4. So, note natin na wala pa tayong discharge. Okay, wala pang discharge pero okay lang. So, yung part na to, yung Q1, Q2, Q3, okay, wala pa tayong mailalagay dyan kasi wala pa naman talaga tayong discharge. So, punta ulit tayo sa head loss dahil may mga data na tayo doon. So, head loss muna tayo sa pipe 1. So, 0.0826 FL Q squared over D raised to 5. 0.0826, yung F natin is 0.032 for all pipes. And ang length ni pipe 1, sabi doon, 320 meters. So, lagyan natin. And then, Q1 squared over the diameter of pipe 1, 600 millimeters. So, 0.6 is to 5. So, the head loss at point 1 is equal to, so, ganun ulit, tulad ng ginawa natin kanina. Kunin natin yung equivalent numerical value ng lahat ng, okay, ng mga data na to. Okay? Iwan lang natin yung Q. So, 0.0826, 0.032, 320 over 0.6 raised to 5. Double check ko lang yung 320. Yes. So, bakit ba necessary? So, actually, hindi naman siya required. Ang purpose kasi natin, para hindi siya mahirap i-type. Or, kumbaga, pasimplihin. Kasi, pag nilagay mo yung sa calculus ng dire-diretso, marami, di ba? So, sinimplify lang natin. Then, ang purpose din for simplification. So, hindi siya required in essence. Pero, mapapadali niya yung pagsisolve natin. So, this is 10.877 Q1 squared. Yan. So, hayaan muna natin. Okay? Kasi wala pa tayong masasolve dyan. Punta tayo sa head loss sa pipe 2. Head loss sa pipe 2. So, head loss sa pipe 2, ganun ulit, 0.0826 F. Ang length naman ni pipe 2, well, it is 640 meters and 300 mm diameter. So, 640 and then Q sub 2 squared over 300 mm. So, 0.3 raised to 5. So, this is equal to 0.0826, 0.032, 640 over 0.3 raised to 5. So, 696.15 Q sub 2 squared. Okay? So, hayaan din natin yan. Punta tayo sa head loss sa pipe 3. Yan. So, this is equal to 0.0826, 0.032. Ang length naman ni 3 is 640 mm and 450 millimeters. So, 640 Q sub 3 squared and then 0.45 raised to 5. Tama ba? Sige. Yes. So, ito naman ay equal sa 91.67 Q sub 3 squared. And last naman is the head loss for point 4 or pipeline 4. So, 0.0826, 0.032. Ang F naman natin ay 0.032. Ang length is 1,300. Diameter is 600. So, 1,300 Q sub 4 squared over. Aish. Yan. Over 600 mm. So, 0.6 raised to 5. So, that is equal to 0.0826, 0.32, 1,300 over 0.6 raised to 5. And so, 44.189 Q4 squared. Ayan. So, kompleto na. Kompleto na yung individual head losses natin in terms of Q. So, at this point, tingnan naman natin yung relationship between these head losses. Okay? Alam natin na yung head loss 2 equal siya kay head loss 3. Ano pa? Diba? Parallel kasi sila, diba? So, ibig sabihin, parehas ng head loss. And yung tatlo, yung 1, 2, and 4, or yung 1, 3, and 4, yan naman ay in series, meaning, yung total nitong tatlong yon equal naman yun sa total head loss, which is 13 meters. So, lagyan natin. 13 meters, total head loss, okay? Total head loss. Equal naman yan sa head loss ni 1, plus head loss ni 2 or 3, plus head loss ng 5, 4. With that in mind, tingnan natin, diba? Head loss 1 plus head loss 4 plus head loss 2 and 3 equals to 13. Also, ito pa. Okay? Alam natin na yung discharge, okay? The discharge at pipe 1 equals sa discharge at pipe 4. Tama? Kasi sila ay 1 and 4, they are in series. Diba? They are in series. So, pagdating mo dito, paglabas ng tubig dyan, so, mahahati sa 2 and 3. Pagbalik dito sa 4, equal na sila. So, importante yan. Silagay natin yung mga values na meron tayo. At makikita natin kung paano maa-apply yung mga equation na to. So, let's start with the discharge. So, knowing na yung discharge sa 1, Q1, equal naman siya sa discharge sa 4, Q4. So, pwede natin sabihin na instead of Q4, sabihin na natin, kaya itong part na to, wag na nating ilagay na Q4 kasi equal naman siya kay Q1. So, lagay mo na Q1. Okay? So, ikaw bahala kung gusto mong Q4, di Q4 to, Q4 din yung nasa taas. Diba? So, equal naman sila. Okay, so ilagay natin. So, 13 is equal to, ito tayo. Yan. Head loss 1. Ang head loss 1 is 10.877. Q1 squared. And then, add natin yung head loss 2 or head loss 3. So, kahit saan lang dyan. Let's say, si head loss 2 na lang. Okay, si head loss 2. So, head loss 2. Wag muna natin lagyan ng number. Plus, yung head loss 4, which is 44.189 Q sub 1 squared. So, with that, or with this equation, you will notice na si Q1, okay, is the unknown, and also yung HL sub 2. And yung HL sub 2, alam natin na siya ay naka-discharge 2. Kumbaga, yun ang gamit nating variable. So, somehow, kahit ilagay kasi natin yung value na to doon sa equation na to, by algebra, alam natin na hindi masasolve yan. Kasi dalawa ang unknown. So, for this situation, kailangan mong hanapin ang relationship ni discharge 2 with discharge 1. And of course, meron yan. Okay? So, alam natin that discharge 1, diba, is equal to the discharge 2 plus discharge 3. Yan, alam natin yan. So, ilagay natin. So, Q1 is equal to Q sub 2, which is 696.15. Q sub 2 and is squared. Q sub 2 lang, rather. Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3. Okay? So, hindi mo rin to ilagay or hindi mo pa rin to mailalagay saan? Hindi mo pa rin siya mailalagay dito. Okay? Wala pa tayong makukuha dyan kasi napansin mo na si Q sub 2 and Q sub 3 dalawang unknown variable yan. So, kahit po yung Q sub 2 na to ay i-substitute natin or palitan natin ng Q sub 1, unknown pa din si Q sub 3. So, ang goal natin, mahanap din ang relationship between Q sub 2 and Q sub 3. Ano yun? So, alam natin na yung individual head losses ni 2 equal siya sa head loss ni 3. Yan. So, ano ba yung head loss ni 2? 696.15. 0.15 Q squared equal yan sa head loss ni 3, 91.67 Q sub 3 squared. So here, makukuha mo na ang relationship between Q sub 2 and Q sub 3. So we know that Q sub 3 squared is equal to 696.15 Q sub 2 squared over 91.67. So, dyan, okay, simplify natin by taking the square root of both sides. So, Q sub 3, makakancel yung square root dun, Q sub 3 is equal to 2.755675 Q sub 2. Ayan. So, ano ang importance niyan? So, kaya natin siya need gawin para po pag nailagay mo na siya doon, di ba? Ang magiging result niyan is Q sub 1 is equal to Q sub 2 plus yung Q sub 3, paltan natin ito. And so 2.76 Q sub 2 or Q sub 1, okay, is equal to 1 plus 2.7, wait lang. 3.76 Q sub 2. Ayan. So, nakuha mo na to. Diba? So, Q sub 1 is equal to 3.76 Q sub 2. So, ikaw nang bahala. Ano ba ang gusto mong makuha muna? Si Q sub 1 or si Q sub 2? So, sa case natin, gusto natin makuha muna si Q sub 1. So, yung Q sub 2 natin, yan, ilalagay natin yan in terms of Q sub 1 by dividing it sa 3.76. So, magiging Q sub 1 over 3.76. Ayan. So, it will all come back pabalik dito sa equation na to. So, dito ko na ilalagay, pabalik natin dito ha. Dito na. So, 13 is equal to 10.877 Q sub 1 squared plus, ano sa headless 2? 696.15 Q sub 2 squared plus 44.189 Q sub 1 squared. Diba? So, nakita mo, unknown si Q sub 2. Unknown si Q sub 1. So, hindi natin pwedeng hayaan yan. So, yung Q sub 2, papalitan natin gamit ang equation na to. Yan, yun ang relevance niyan. So, by using these relationships, okay, na alam naman na natin beforehand, so we were able to know na Q sub 2 is equal to Q sub 1 over 3.76. So, kukunin natin yan. Okay, copy-paste natin dito sa ilalim. So, we will substitute yung value ni Q sub 2 here. So, magiging 13 is equal to 10.877 Q sub 1 squared plus 696.15. Yung Q sub 2 ay magiging Q sub 1 over 3.76 squared plus 44.189 Q sub 1 squared. Diba? So, at this point, si Q sub 1 na lang yung unknown. So, pwede ka na mag-shift solve dyan. Okay, shift solve mo na lang para mabilis. So, sagot will become as alpha B. Wait lang, alpha x squared plus yan. So, Q sub 1 is equal to, diretso na natin, shift solve, nagpa-processing lang si Calcu. Yan, so Q sub 1 is equal to 0.3528 cubic meter per second. Ayan, di ka, may Q sub 1 ka na. So, yun ang sagot natin for Q sub 1. And this Q sub 1, this is also equal to Q sub 4. So, may sagot na tayo both for Q sub 1 and Q sub 4. Punta naman tayo sa Q sub 2, which is equal to, Q sub 1 over 3.76. So, that is equal to, diretso na natin m over 5. 0.0939 cubic meters per second. Okay? And lastly, Q sub 3, which is, saan natin kukunin yung kanilang relationship? Saan? Dito. Yan. So, Q sub 3 or Q sub 3 is 2.766 Q sub 2. Yan. So, 2.76 Q sub 2. Okay? Zero 0.259 cubic meters per second. Ayan. So, this is your answer for Q sub 2 and Q sub 3. So, lahat yan ilista natin para naka-liters. So, Q sub 1 is equal to Q sub 4 in liters is 352.8 liters per second. Q sub 2 is equal to 93.9 liters per second. And Q sub 3 is equal to 259 liters per second. Yan. So, yan na yung final answer. Yan. So, ultimately, ang gagawin mo dito is need mo talagang hahanapin or need mong hanapin yung relationships. Sana yun? Ito, yung mga relationships na yan. Yan. This one. So, diba? So, primarily, kailangan mo munang kunan yung mga head losses given or kapag ang hinahanap talaga is discharge. So, ano naman ang discharge? So, huli nating isa-solve yan. So, for now, kapag walang discharge, ang kailangan mong gawin is to set all variables, lahat ng unknowns na nakaset sila sa isang discharge lamang. So, sa case natin, ang pinili natin si discharge 1. So, nasa sa inyo yan. Pero, syempre, kanya-kanyang preference. Pero, discharge 1, based on practice, so pwede nyo rin gawin yan. Mabilis naman, di ba? And, isa-isahin mo lahat ng head losses. And then, hanapin mo rin isa-isa ano ba ang relationships between those variables sa mga head loss natin. And yung basis mo lang naman para sa magiging relationships nila is whether they are in series or in parallel. Okay? So with that, this is your problem number 3.